What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eris. This is Eris Atelier. So I'm a little conflicted about this video. I think it's because I have done a tutorial like this before, but I don't think I was detailed in showing you guys how I came up with the pattern. And the problem is that because of the semicircle thing, you can't really give like very specific measurements to this thing. So I was like, okay, yeah, I could redo the pattern. I was making this back for a client, but I'm like, do they want to see like the whole thing all over again? So I have the footage for how I made this one. I think there's like a few differences on the handle, and I think how I sort of like did like a lifted thing in front, and I sort of like changed the length of the flap. So let me know in the comment section if you want me to like reshare the saddle bag all over again. It's very similar, the shape, everything is the same, but I'm just not sure if I want to do that, so I don't bore you guys. I'd rather do something else. So just let me know if you want me to do like a part 2 of this video. I'll be happy to share that next week with you guys. All right, so let's just quickly jump into the voiceover. This is my voiceover mic, so I figured I'll just do everything once. I just wanted to do a little PSA. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have been such good darlings. I love you guys so much. All right, so let's start our voiceover. This is gonna be so funny. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eris. This is Eris Atelier, and I'm going to show you guys how I made the pattern for this particular bag. Okay, so first I'm just going to trace out the one that I did before. You can follow this link to see the tutorial of this particular one, but this is the shape that we're going for. So you can change your shape anyhow you want. It's fine, it's cool, but the process is sort of still the same. So I'm going to sort of like just trace 2 centimeters from the edge. The idea is to get like a semicircle thing with a strip around it. So let's just quickly do that before we move to something else. So after cutting the shape out, again, this is like a second piece, it's not the first one. I'm just going to go on and sort of like cut the inner part out, but I'm doing this folding method because I want it to be even on both sides, because I use my hand to draw it out, so there's no way to be like exact about it. So this is our second piece, and to get our gusset, I'm going to measure the inner part of our new shape. So I'm going to go around with a tape rule to be as exact as possible. You don't want to make any mistake in this, and I'm just going to write out whatever number I get. So now it's time to go on to start cutting our stiffeners. So this is our original shape, no allowance, no nothing. I'm just going to draw this one out first. Then the top of the bag is going to be 5 centimeters. You can change it anyhow you want, but whatever you choose is going to be cool. So I'm just going to draw like 5 centimeters forward and then turn our semicircle to the other side. And now you have gotten the main piece. So I'm just going to go on and do 2 of this off camera. But okay, this is the under flap. Then for the sides, for the strip, this is what I'm going to be using. I'm using chipboard. You can use cardboard, it's really cool either way. And that measurement that we made out, that was like for that long strip over there. So now I'm just going to quickly cut all this out before I start making my adjustments. So this is the exact measurement for the one I did before. That's the teal saddle bag. But this one I want to make some differences of, because I don't want to be the same. So I'm shortening the flap here. So I'm just using like the under piece to trace it out all over again. So I didn't want to cut it once, so I first reduced it with like 1 centimeter, and I saw it wasn't short enough, and I did another centimeter again. So it means that I cut out 2 centimeters from the flap, and that's because the bag lock I was using for this one was going to sit at the edge, and I wanted it to like sort of have a little space to breathe instead of just like suffocating it there. So now you see we've removed our 2 cm off. We move on to the next thing, which is the under part of the flap. So this is basically just me tracing out the flap and the top of the bag. So I'm just going to mark this out here, and I'm using chipboard because I don't want it to be too thick. This is optional, but this sort of gives your bag like a more clean finish, because you're also going to wrap this chipboard with either your lining, or you can even use the same material you're using for the top. So when you open the bag, you have this very like nice look. So I'm just going to mark the 2 lines out. So that's basically 5 centimeters plus our flap. I'm going to just go on quickly and cut this. I'm going to do cutting offline. You don't have to see all that. So I'm just cutting all the markings that we've had out before, all the things I marked down rather. So I'm doing 2 for these 2 semicircle strips, and to give that textured look, I sort of just traced only the flap, and I'm trimming 1 centimeter all around it so it doesn't sit exactly on the edge, and you get that sort of like elevated look when you're looking at the bag. It's not supposed to be too obvious. It's supposed to be like a very like subtle detail. So I'm just going to go with scissors and cut everything out. Then this is the bag lock I am using. As you can see, it's for the edge, is not to be put in the middle. So the same thing. I think my mistake here, it didn't look too bad, but I think I should have cut maybe like 5, but I just went on like 5 millimeter, but I just did like a whole centimeter. But it's not like too horrible, but I was like I would have loved it to be a little closer to the lock itself, but it wasn't that bad. So because our Mako here, or rather our EVA foam, wasn't thick enough, I just sort of like doubled it, and I wanted it to be like really obvious. Like when you look at it, you just see the elevation in the front. It's just to give it that like that little detail. So I'm just going to trim this off again before gumming it to the flap of the bag. I hope you guys are catching on. I hope I'm not talking too fast or anything. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and again, if you want to watch my other videos on my other tutorials, you can check this link out. So I'm just going to go on with some contact adhesive cement and just put it on the 2 surfaces because I want it to really fuse to the main piece. So I'm just going to apply as much as needed to our EVA foam here, or Mako, whichever name you call it is fine. So I'm just going to do that and place it on our outline there. And this is also one of the reasons why I was like, I want to post the main tutorial, but I'm not sure, because this is just one of the little things that I changed about it. So now you have the main piece, and this is going to be the bottom of the flap. You can already sort of guess how it's going to look. So this is like a roll call of all the pieces that were made. This is the top and the flap, or the bottom and the top. The bottom of the flap, what am I saying? Yeah, and we have our 2 strips, and these 2 strips are going to be fused to the side of the bag to sort of like create our gussets. So off camera, I just cut like 10 by 15 centimeter for the inner pocket, just because. And this is the one I added. I think it was like 41 centimeter, and that is going to be what I used to do the gusset of the bag. If you guys want me to post a tutorial, I am ready. Just let me know, hit me up. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next post. Alright, so let's see what we've been recording since, and